Welcome to Elevate with Sage. First off, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on my very first episode. Listen, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but hey, you decided to spend a little time with me. So basically, this is not just a podcast, but this is a space where growth is real, where healing is really healing, and a space where we can be our most authentic selves. I'm not here to be anybody's hero. I'm just a man that's been through the fire and I came out a little stronger. So this is real life for me. I'm still growing, I'm still learning, just like everybody else. So in this first episode, I'm pulling back the curtain on where I've been, where I am now, and why I created this space in the first place. So before my reinvention, I was lost. I was a hurt man. I was carrying insecurities like they were just a part of my DNA or something. Listen, I did not know how to deal with my past. I wasn't present. Every day just felt like I was trying to keep up or trying to catch up. Or some days I didn't even know if I was coming or going. You know, I didn't know how to process my emotions. I didn't know how to, share my feelings. I wasn't honest with myself about what I really felt on the inside. And so I hurt me. Of course, I've been hurt by family and friends, just like everybody else. And everything I got dealt, I just, bottle it all up and until I just shut down or either exploded. And I remember getting like a stoicism video playlist from my brother-in-law. It just kind of just threw me, you know what I'm saying? Like the way, what was that, Marcus Aurelius? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But man, like the way he carried himself, the way he just moved in everyday life and everyday decisions, it was just inspiring to me. So it just taught me to do the most uncomfortable things, like man, like brushing my teeth with my left hand or taking a cold shower, instead of cutting the hot water on, dumping my face in a ice cold, bowl filled with water, to shock my system in the morning when I wake up. And even during all that, I picked up books. I just started reading. So one of my favorite three books I read was The Four Agreements, another book called The Power of Now. And then there was my favorite out of the three, The Way of the Superior Man, which I was inspired to read that book by Nipsey Hussle. He read it and he was just like, it's some life lessons in there. So I just gave it a try. And man, listen, like just by reading them books and listening to those YouTube videos, like my life just really started to change, man. And next thing I know, I started meditating. I started getting into meditating, and I forced myself to sit in like silence, right? I forced myself to feel the things I didn't want to feel, like feel the things that I had been running away from, for several years. I forced myself to be still, when I wanted to get up and move around. So I allowed my thoughts to wander, like to just go where they wanted to go. And man, when you allow your mind to just have its own way and do its own thing, man, ain't no telling what's gonna pop up in your head. And it can be the most evil, grueling, crazy stuff that come up. But man, you just have to go through that, And I learned how to face pain. I started facing pain that I buried, really deep. And and through all that, it just led to a string of discoveries. I discovered that I got value. I discovered that I got purpose. I'm more than I gave myself credit for. You know, I had to learn how to trust my intuition, and I let my emotions guide me and not bury me. And even though as a kid I was just taught to hide my emotions, to mask my emotions, like everything I did, man, it was like, oh man, you a little punk. You sitting there crying over there, though, man. You weak, man. You sitting there letting that person hurt you or do this or do that. Like we was taught to just really like cover up what we really felt. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something, man. One day that stuff got to come out. So my biggest thing in my reinvention was unlearning, like unlearning everything that I was taught, like unlearning everything that I thought was the norm. So basically, why this podcast even exists, why this show Elevate with Sage, it just means grow with me. This ain't just about me, it's about us. So I want to build something real. I want to build a community where we just don't talk about healing, like we really walk in it. You know, I want your feedback as well. Like I want your stories, I want your truths. I want this to be a space, to be a mirror and a map for all of us. And that's important to me. Like I just want to walk on this journey and join as many people in a community as possible. So basically, what you can expect from me, I mean, you can expect raw honesty. You can expect some affirmations, some meditation, some motivation, some storytelling, and I promise you, it's not gonna sound like anybody else because I don't know how to be anybody else. I don't know, anything else to do but to just be me in this moment in my life. So just expect me to speak the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Don't expect me to sugarcoat anything. Like, and I want the same thing in return from my community, from my guests. So if something hits home, let me know. Comment, ask a question, share your journey. Let's elevate together. Like you're not alone, and we all deserve peace, and we all deserve joy, and we all deserve to be free. So let's grow. And if you got anything that you want to hit me up about, just reach out to me. Elevate with Sage 1 at gmail.com. That's elevate with Sage, the number 1 at gmail.com. And this episode should be streaming on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Audible, iHeartRadio. So I probably won't say this no more in any other episodes, but I just want to make sure that anybody that needs to hear this can hear this. So, but once again, I thank you for joining me today. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but guess what? You was here with me, and I appreciate that. I have so much gratitude in my heart for you, and I hope the rest of your day is filled with nothing but love, peace, and happiness, pure bliss. Let's elevate.